everyone, thank you for joining me. My name is Cassandra and I'm going to take you through this slow flexibility class. So this is really meant to be a fluid, stretchy, intermediate vinyasa class to increase your overall flexibility and mobility. This is a full body sequence, no props are required, and we're going to begin sitting. So I just have my right shin slightly staggered in front of the left one, sitting up tall through the spine and just merging with the breath as you inhale. Think of reaching your arms out and all the way up, and then exhale, just press the arms down just twice more like this. Inhale, think of really stretching and reaching out, and exhale, pressing it down. Last one here, inhale. Interlace the hands and you can flip the palms, turning them up, and then lift your chest up towards the sky, a little bit of a back bend. Holding here. And then turning the knuckles forward around your spine, chin to chest, and press the arms out in front of you. And release the hands, lifting up. Bring your left hand to your right knee, right fingertips behind you, opening into a twist. Think of straightening your spine a little bit more, pressing your shoulders down and away from your ears. And we'll release, twisting to the other side, right hand to your left knee, left fingertips behind you for support. Draw the belly button back. Lifting as if you had a string tied to the crown of your head, pulling you up while staying anchored. Tailbone to the earth, and coming back through to center. Straighten your right leg out to the side, and we'll find a side body stretch from here. Left arm is going to reach up and over. So rather than folding towards that knee, think of rolling that left shoulder back, reaching out long through that top arm. Relax your head, relax your neck. Lifting yourself up, left hand goes behind you. Reach your right arm up and back as you press and lift your hips. So big side body stretch from that right hand all the way down to your right foot. And setting the hips back down, rotate so that you're facing over towards your right knee and find a passive forward fold. So let yourself naturally round, just a few breaths here. No need to push or pull ourselves deeper into the pose. Still just warming everything up. And use your hands pressing into the floor to roll up, and we'll go do those poses to the other side. Bring your right foot in, left leg extends out. Sitting up tall, start with your side body stretch. Right arm extends up and over, bicep along the ear, rolling that right shoulder back, relaxing the neck and the head. Into our baby wild thing, right hand goes down on the mat for support. Press and lift the hips up, left arm reaching up and over. Really reach through those left toes, try to flatten the foot. And bring your hips down to the floor, rotate your torso towards left knee, left shin, and just a passive forward fold here. And breathing in and out through your nose. Walking the hands in, we lift ourselves up and come into a tabletop pose onto hands and knees. Palms under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We're going to inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, curl tailbone up. Exhale, cat pose, round your spine, chin to chest. Keep going, a few more like this here, trying to get into all the parts of the spine. Upper back, mid back, low back. One more full cycle. And we'll add a bit more of a flow to it. So you'll press your hips back into child's pose as you breathe out. And as you inhale, come all the way forward. Bring your hips down on the mat into a little cobra stretch. And then exhale, press it back. So inhale, round, make your way up, bend the elbows, open through your chest. Exhale, press it back, stretching through the hips. Twice more like this. Last one. And let's find our downward facing dog. You might need to walk your hands a couple inches forward to widen your stance. And it's our first downward dog. So bend, alternating, bending one knee and straightening the opposite leg. Relaxing the neck so the head can be heavy. Actively pushing the palms into the floor as we reach our chest towards our thighs. Curling tailbone up towards the sky, drawing that lower belly in so there's a little bit of abdominal engagement. And as you inhale, lift the heels up high, roll all the way forward into your plank pose. And then exhale, downward facing dog, press the heels down. Twice more like this. Inhale, all the way forward, strong through your plank. Exhale, press all the way back. Last one, inhale, lift, lower all the way to your stomach from here, and bring your elbows out in front of you into Sphinx pose. Push into the tops of the feet, roll the shoulders back. Think of almost dragging, pulling your heart forward. And lowering down, press back into your downward facing dog. And from this down dog, we're going to lift the heels off of the floor, roll to the outer edge, or bring both heels over to the right. And you can bend into your right knee a little bit here. Maybe come up onto the left fingertips and push out into that left hip. So really stretching all along the left side of your body. Let's go do that to the other side. So lift the heels and drop both heels over towards the left side of your mat. Bend your left knee, keep the right leg straight, come up onto your right fingertips and push out into that right hip. Coming all the way back through to center, let's reach our right leg up towards the sky, bend your right knee, open up your hip, find your low lunge, right foot forward between the palms to the top of the mat, back knee comes down, and we'll press down, lifting ourselves up, maybe bringing the hands together to touch, shifting our gaze up towards the thumbs. Think of really lengthening tailbone down. So I'm not necessarily pressing and letting my hips melt down towards the mat. I'm staying lifted, trying to focus on the quads. And let's circle the hands down with the back toes curled under. Lift your back knee off the mat, warrior two. Back foot spins parallel to the shorter edge of the mat as you press and lift yourself up. Turn your palms facing up and bend your elbows. So bring the elbows in towards the rib cage and squeeze your shoulder blades behind you as much as you can, as if you're holding onto a little pencil there. Open through your chest and now maintain this engagement of the upper back as you straighten the arms and turn the palms facing down. So this is what you should be feeling every time you're doing your warrior two. And let's reverse. Left hand down, right arm up. Back into your warrior two. Straighten that front leg and maybe bring the back toes in a couple inches into your triangle pose. Hips move back. Right arm extends forward and down. Left arm extends up towards the sky. Think of rolling that left shoulder back. You can look down at the floor to help with support, bending into that front knee. Let's take a little flow from here. Inhaling to plank pose, lower down, exhale. Cobra, inhale. And we all meet downward facing dog. Finding that same flow on the second side. Left leg rises, bend your left knee, open up that hip, and step it forward into your low lunge. So I'm lifting my chest up here rather than letting myself collapse down. Lengthen tailbone, reach the arms up, and maybe out a little back bend by pushing the hands in towards one another and looking past your thumbs to hold your balance. Think of stretching and lifting out of your lower back. And we'll circle the arms to frame the front foot so we can lift up into warrior two. Back foot spins parallel to the shorter edge of your mat. And arms go out. So same thing here, palms face up. Bend your elbows in and squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Really feel that engagement through the upper back. Broaden through your shoulders and maintain this even as you straighten the arms and turn the palms facing down. Can you still imagine yourself squeezing that little pencil between your shoulder blades? And we'll reverse, right hand down, left arm up. Into our warrior two. Triangle pose, straighten that front leg, bring the back toes in a couple inches, hips move back, lean that left arm forward and down. Right arm extends up towards the sky, rolling that right shoulder back. Looking down towards the mat, bend into that front knee, frame the front foot, take your vinyasa here, flowing from plank, lowering down, inhale, little back bend, and we find our downward facing dog. Once more, that right leg extends up, bend your right knee, open up your hip, and we're gonna step it to the outer edge of our right hand. So have a wider variation here in your lunge, both palms to the inside of that right leg. And I'm just shifting back and forth, keeping that back knee up, but trying to melt the hips down. Now go ahead and bring that back knee down to the floor. Straighten your right leg and walk your hands over towards the left side of your mat, slightly off the mat. Can you press your hips back as you reach your chest forward in opposition? So just a different variation of a half splits. Flexing that front foot, actively digging down through that heel, getting deeper into the hamstrings. Lift your hips back up, walk your hands back through to center, lift your chest up here, and we'll add our twist. Left hand stays down, right arm extends up. So big rotation through the spine. Let's bring the right hand back down. Coming from here into our pigeon pose, you can toe heel that right foot over. Right knee comes down. Realign yourself so that you have your weight evenly distributed through both hips. Take a little back bend first, so actively push into the floor to lift your chest up. And think of, again, lifting out of the lower back as you pull the heart forward and down, holding here. Getting deep into the hips, into that right glute. You don't feel like you need to go all the way down. Find the intensity that makes the most sense for you today, not worrying about how deep you could do it a few days ago or a few years ago. It's always a new experience every time we step on the mat. And push your hands into the floor so you can lift your chest back up. And we're gonna rock onto our right hip so that we can bring our left leg out in front of us. And we're gonna wrap that left leg on top of the right, coming into our cow face pose or knee pile pose. So I'm trying to stack my left knee on the right as much as possible. With the arms, elbows are bent at a 90-degree angle. I'm gonna wrap my left arm under my right, either binding once or twice. Push the palms together. Feel that broadening through the upper back. Inhale, lift the elbows up, tiny little back bend, and then we'll fold it down. Any amount. 5 breaths here. Use a little bit of core strength to lift the upper body back up. Unwind with the arms, and we'll just transition through boat pose, just so that we can make our way from this boat pose, crossing at the ankles, planting the palms, downward facing dog. Press your hips up and back and either hold down dog or you can take your vinyasa, inhaling to plank, maybe doing chaturanga this time, hovering halfway. Upward dog for a deeper back bend, and we meet. Downward dog, lifting the hips up and back. Our flow on the second side, left leg rises, bend your knee, open up that hip, and we'll step the foot to the outer edge of that left hand. Both palms to the inside of that foot, and I'm just rocking a little bit front to back, trying to invite a little bit more buoyancy into the hips. Inviting the hip flexors to relax and open up a little bit more. And the right knee can come down to the floor. Straighten your left leg and walk your hands over towards the right side, kind of off to the mat. At the same time, I'm going to start pushing my hips back and crawling the hands out in opposition. So just a different variation. Getting into the hamstrings, I'm flexing that left foot, pressing down through the heel. Finding lots of length along the spine. And we'll lift our chest up, walk your hands back through to center, keep the right hand down, add your twist, left arm up. From here into our pigeon pose, release. And you can just toe heel that left foot over towards the right side of the mat so that you can get that left knee down, square off the hips. Back bend first by pushing the hands into the mat, lifting up, and then pull it forward and down. Holding here. Still breathing in and out through your nose, getting the inhales to be just as long as the exhales. Especially when the stretches get fairly intense, often we'll hold our breath as we hold on to the tension. So the more you can remind the breath to keep going, the more it can send messages to your body that you're safe, that it's okay, you can relax. So even through your shoulders, your jaw, your neck, can you soften a little bit more? And we push down into the floor to lift ourselves up and just rock over onto your left hip so that you can swing that right leg forward into our cow face pose on the other side. So this time I'm wrapping, my right knee is on top of the left one, elbows bent in front of me. I'm gonna wrap my right arm under the left either once or twice. Elbows up, little back bend. Press the forearms together as you bring it forward and down. Either elbows resting on your thighs, on the knees, or trying to reach them down towards the mat. Use a little bit of core strength to press and lift yourself up. Unwind the arms, unwind the legs, find your boat pose. And last time into our downward facing dog, crossing at the ankles, stepping it back. And your last opportunity to take a flow here as well. Coming forward to plank, exhale to lower, upward facing dog. And we find our downward dog. Really push down through those heels, create some space. And we'll bring our knees down on the floor. Extend your legs out in front of you just so we can lower down onto our backs, pulling your knees in towards your belly. Maybe rocking a little bit side to side. Maybe coming into happy baby, grabbing a hold of the feet, stacking the ankles over your knees, using your elbows to push them out wider, pressing the tailbone down to the floor. And releasing from here, we'll just do a little twist before we release. Arms out into a little cactus shape. You can move your hips over to the right. Maybe wrap your right leg over your left before letting both knees and thighs drop down over to the left. And you can always use that left hand to kind of help guide that knee down. Try to keep that right shoulder blade on the mat. And let's unwrap the legs, slowly bring them back up through to center. We'll do the same thing to the other side. Shift your hips left, wrap that left leg over the right before dropping it down. And we're coming into Shavasana, our final resting pose. So straightening ourselves out on the mat, taking up space with the arms, the legs, palms facing up. Taking some deep belly breaths. And just noticing the changes and the sensations present after your practice. Letting go of the need to use effort and strength. No tension in the body, in the mind. Just 2 minutes or so right here to process and integrate the work that you've done. And I'll let you know when it's time to come back up and we'll close together. Go ahead and deepen your breath. Move a little through fingers and toes. Stretch your arms up overhead, taking up lots of space here, lengthening it all out. And we'll roll to one side. Come up to take a seat. Sitting up tall, palms can join at the heart. Take a moment to show yourself gratitude. And we'll close by chanting Om together one time. Let's inhale together to chant. Breathe in. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing this flexibility flow. I hope you feel really good in your body. I have many more of these practices that I would love for you to try out. If you do have some flexibility goals, I'll put the playlist down below. Please subscribe if you don't already, and hopefully we will meet on the mat again very soon.